Hey everybody, David here, Red Horse Aviation. We're here getting ready to take off in this 172 here again, but I want to show you another thing about what's on the checklist sometimes, and sometimes the checklists are kind of vague, especially when you're doing your pre-flight walk around. Some checklists, break it down on everything they want you to look at, like the flaps, the ailerons, the tires, the brakes, so on and so forth. And there's other ones that just say, inspect right wing, inspect left wing, and so on. It's like, well, what are we looking at? So I want to show you what we're actually going to be looking at here on the left wing, which has most of all your stuff on it, compared to like the right wing. Right wing is pretty basic. So we'll come out here, we'll check the, what we're going to do here is we're just going to walk down this whole left side of the wing here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look inside these holes right here. These are like vent holes. Air runs through here and it comes out inside the cockpit here. I don't know if you can see it, but like little vents up here to give you some nice cool air. Hopefully it's cool. But you just want to check in there, make sure there's no nests, no birds, nothing like that. Very simple. And then we're going to do a basic check on the leading edge here. And what we're doing on the leading edge is basically looking for, make sure there's no huge dents. You're gonna have, maybe little dents here and there, no big deal. But anything that's too just massive, or any damage during the last flight or when they were taxiing in or something like that, you don't want to see any big dents. If there is, then get a hold of a mechanic. The next thing is we're going to check the PDOT tube right here. So we're going to look inside the ram air hole right here. Also, when you're looking at this, you want to check the little drain hole. Again, just like the other ones, you don't want to make sure there's no bugs inside there, no dirt, mud, anything. If there is, see it clogged, or any of those holes that are clogged right there, then don't stick a pen, pencil, a nail, piece of wire, whatever. You don't do that. Just leave it alone. Go get a mechanic to come clean it out, inspect it right away, or finish your pre-flight and then get maintenance out here to check it out. We're going to move on here to this hole. This hole is your stall warning horn, where your stall warning horn comes from. This one is just a basic open hole. There's other types that have little flipper doors. If this has a flipper door, I'd take it and actually flip it up and down, make sure it's nice and loose. All that, again, you want to make sure there's nothing inside that hole either. And again, you just continue on down. I'm tripping over anything here. Make sure there's no, unusual marks here. See, like this one right here, looks like a little bit of a dent. You can kind of see it by the paint crack in, a little bit of a dent right there. That might be all right for right now. It's probably nothing, no big deal, but I'll make sure I get that checked out if maintenance doesn't already know about it. Go around to the other side here where the wingtip is. Again, check the wingtip. There's nothing there. Check the lighting, the left wing lighting here. Your position light. This is actually going to be your strobe light on this particular airplane. Make sure those are all there. And then this section right here. This part is your left aileron. Same as the other side. It has another aileron on the other wing. So we're going to push this up. And if you look all the way across there to the other side, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see the other one moving opposite. Kind of like right there. Opposite of this one. That's your ailerons. Your ailerons move opposite of each other. So you want to come in here, and I always check. There's these weights right here. There's a weight right here, there's one right here, and there's one right here. Make sure there's total of 3 weights right here. They're all riveted in. Check the hardware up in here. Make sure all the hardware, the nuts are there. If you can see the hinge pin is there. Work our way down and we'll check and give a tug on the push rod back here. Let's see if you guys see that or not. Push rod rack back here, I put my finger on there, move it around, make sure it's tight, snug. Again, look at the hardware on that. And the last the third hinge here, there's 3 hinges also, maybe more. Again, the hardware. Go to the flap here, this left wing flap. We already lowered them earlier. So what you want to do is when I take it and I move it around, wiggle it around. And while you're wiggling this, you're going to see these rollers up here. I don't know if you can see these rollers or not. And if these rollers, you can see them bouncing around. If you see the roller move it around, that's good. That's a good thing. That means the roller is rolling. Again, push rod, take it, move it around. And your other hinge, your inboard hinge here, again, move it around, make sure there's no, it's free, flop it around like it's supposed to. And then your fuel sump. We're going to do the fuel sump here a little bit later, but I just wanted to show you that, especially on this side of the airplane. This has most of your stuff, like I said, your PDOT tube, actually I forgot about the drain, fuel drain, that's over there. And basically other than those things, the flaps, aileron is basically the same as on the other wing, just like I said, less stuff on it. So anyways, I wanted to show you that so it made more sense. Hopefully it does. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, redhorseaviation.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we'll see you next time.